When we think of ancient Egypt, our minds conjure images of majestic pyramids piercing the desert sky, shimmering golden treasures unearthed from royal tombs, and the iconic, enigmatic mask of Tutankhamun, a symbol of pharaonic power. But beyond these familiar symbols, there's a hidden chapter, a story often overlooked in the grand narrative of ancient Egypt. It speaks of a time when black kings from the southern land of Nubia rose to power and ruled Egypt as pharaohs. These rulers, hailing from the Kingdom of Nubia, in what is now modern-day Sudan, a land along the Nile, rich in resources and ancient history, a kingdom with its own distinct and rich culture, its own traditions and powerful, well-organized armies. For nearly a century, these Nubian pharaohs didn't just conquer and control Egypt, they breathed new life into it, revitalized its culture, and restored its ancient glory. They saw themselves as the true and rightful heirs to the ancient Egyptian traditions, embracing its customs and gods. Their reign marked a renaissance, a period of renewed artistic and architectural achievement, characterized by the construction of magnificent temples and a profound return to the spiritual and religious roots of the land. Yet after their rule came to an end, later Egyptians, perhaps driven by political motives, attempted to erase their memory from the historical record, and for many years, European historians, influenced by colonial perspectives, largely ignored their significant legacy. But today, thanks to the dedicated work of modern archaeologists, we're finally uncovering the remarkable and compelling story of the Black Pharaohs and their contributions to ancient Egyptian civilization. Their legacy challenges our long-held perceptions and preconceived notions about ancient Egypt, and ultimately reshapes and enriches the story of ancient Africa, revealing a more complex and nuanced historical timeline. To understand the Black Pharaohs, we travel south to Nubia, Kush, along the Nile in Sudan. Nubia was famed for its gold, skilled archers and bustling cities like Kerma and Napata. Nubians were master traders connecting Africa to the Mediterranean. Their relationship with Egypt was complex, sometimes rivals, sometimes partners. Egypt often invaded Nubia for its resources, but Nubian culture remained strong and unique. As Egypt declined, Nubia rose, inspired by shared gods and a sense of destiny. The Kushite kings saw themselves as guardians of Egyptian tradition, not outsiders. Their mission: reunite Egypt, restore its greatness, and begin a new dynasty led by Black Pharaohs. Their journey north was about reunification and revival, not conquest. The stage was set for a dramatic shift in power. The Nubian conquest, a pivotal moment in ancient history, began with the ascent of King Pi. He was not only a devout leader, deeply connected to his faith, but also a brilliant strategist, possessing the vision and skill to unite two powerful kingdoms. As Egypt, once a beacon of civilization, fell into chaos and internal strife, its fractured state presented an opportunity for a strong leader to emerge. Pi, recognizing this moment, boldly marched north with his army, a force ready to restore order. He firmly believed he was divinely chosen by the god Amun, the king of gods, to intervene and restore order and justice to the troubled land of Egypt. His campaign, a testament to his ambition and faith, was meticulously recorded on the Victory Stele, a historical record for all time. Pia's advance was not just a military operation, it was a carefully orchestrated blend of military might, showcasing the strength of the Nubian army. It was also fueled by deep religious devotion, a spiritual quest to bring harmony back to the land. Upon arriving in Thebes, the ancient city welcomed him not as a conqueror but as a savior, a leader who could bring stability. Through his strategic brilliance and unwavering resolve, Pi successfully united Upper and Lower Egypt under his rule. This unification marked the beginning of a new era, as Pi established and founded the 25th Dynasty, a line of Nubian pharaohs. Under the leadership of Pi and his carefully chosen successors, a new chapter unfolded in the history of the region. Egypt and Nubia were no longer separate entities, but became a single powerful empire bound together by a shared destiny. This vast empire stretched from the shores of the Mediterranean Sea in the north all the way to the lands of Sudan in the south, a testament to their power. The Nubian pharaohs, now rulers of a unified Egypt, embraced their roles as Egyptians, adopting the customs and traditions of the land. They were careful to honor and respect both cultures, fostering a harmonious blend of Nubian and Egyptian traditions. Their reign effectively ended centuries of division and conflict, ushering in an era of unprecedented unity and cooperation. This period was marked by peace and prosperity, as the empire flourished under their wise and benevolent rule. They embarked on ambitious projects to restore temples that had fallen into disrepair, revitalizing the religious heart of the nation. They revived ancient traditions and cultural practices, breathing new life into a civilization that had been fading into obscurity. The Black Pharaohs, with their vision and determination, saw themselves as restorers of a glorious past. They were committed to returning Egypt to its golden age, a time of unparalleled splendor and cultural achievement. Following Pi's triumphant reign, his successors stepped into roles of immense responsibility, continuing his work. They cemented the legacy of the 25th dynasty, ensuring its place in the annals of history through strategic alliances, architectural marvels, and the preservation of ancient traditions. Among them, his brother Shabaka stands out, a figure of considerable importance. He skillfully reunified Egypt, bringing together its disparate regions under a single banner. Shabaka also demonstrated a profound respect for the past, diligently working to preserve ancient texts, ensuring that the wisdom of previous generations would not be lost to time. This act showed his deep reverence for Egypt's rich history and cultural heritage, a commitment that would define his rule. Later, Pi's son, Taharqa, emerged as a dominant force, inheriting the throne and the responsibilities that came with it. He became the dynasty's greatest ruler, a pharaoh whose name would echo through the ages. Taharqa was a builder, commissioning grand monuments and temples, a warrior, leading his armies in defense of his kingdom, and his name is even mentioned in the Bible, a testament to his widespread influence and power. During Taharqa's reign, a period of intense construction activity unfolded, most notably at the Karnak temple complex, where he initiated ambitious projects. Similar construction efforts were undertaken across Nubia, reflecting his commitment to both Egypt and his ancestral homeland. This era marked a true renaissance, a golden age of cultural and artistic flourishing. He brought prosperity and stability to the region, fostering an environment where the arts and sciences could thrive. Furthermore, Taharqa bravely defended Egypt against the encroaching power of the mighty Assyrian Empire, a testament to his military prowess. Despite his valiant efforts, the Assyrians, with their superior military might, eventually invaded Egypt, pushing deep into its territory. Ultimately, this forced Taharqa to make a strategic retreat back to Nubia, consolidating his forces and preserving his kingdom. The subsequent fall of Thebes, a city of immense historical and cultural significance, marked the end of Nubian rule in Egypt, bringing to a close an era of significant cultural exchange and political influence. Yet despite the eventual retreat, the remarkable achievements of Pi, the dynasty's founder, Shabaka, the unifier and preserver of ancient knowledge, and Taharqa, the builder and warrior, continue to endure, etched in the stones of history. They united a fractured land, bringing stability and order to a region beset by conflict. They also sparked a cultural rebirth, fostering an environment where art, architecture, and intellectual pursuits could flourish. Their story is one of resilience in the face of adversity, a testament to their visionary leadership, and a lasting impact on the course of ancient history. After the Assyrian invasion, the Nubian pharaohs were erased from Egyptian history. Later dynasties and Western historians downplayed their achievements, blinded by prejudice. For centuries, the Black Pharaohs were forgotten, their monuments misattributed. Today, new research is restoring their place in history. The Nubian pharaohs were not invaders. They were restorers and visionaries. Their story challenges old assumptions and highlights Africa's central role in world history. Remembering them is an act of justice and restoration. Their pyramids still stand in Sudan, silent witnesses to a forgotten empire, waiting for their story to be told.